Hello once again, it's Matthew here from MatthewNorthMusic. Thanks for watching this video. And as ever, if you like the kind of videos I make, about music, electronics, guitars, equipment, retro tech, old computers, anything like that, then please think about hitting the subscribe button. It really does help the channel to grow. And if you hit the little bell icon, then you'll be notified about the next video coming up. And as ever, these things are all completely free. There's no subscription service or charges. It's all free. And I just want people to watch the videos. Anyway, today we're going to look at this. Now, this is a thing called the Evans Echopet 50. Now, this is a delay unit that I acquired recently, actually, off a friend of mine who I got the Watkins copycat from, which I did a video about the other day. And he had this one as well that he didn't want anymore. And it's an interesting little device, actually, because it runs on solid state. It's a solid state, but it's an analog echo unit. It uses a bucket bridge delay or Brigade bridge delay. Brigade bridge? Oh, I don't know. I always say bucket, I'm probably wrong. But anyway, it's the M3005 chip, I think it uses, which is the same chip that's in pedals like the Deluxe Memory Man, of which I'm building a clone of at the moment. And when that's finished, I'll be doing a video about that. But anyway, this thing was marketed in the 70s, and if you look at this old advert, you'll see that it actually was around at the same time as things like the Watkins copycat. So this was the fairly new at the time, because obviously it was all about tape echoes, whether it was the copycat or the Roland Space Echo or things like the Melos tape echo, which used like a cassette cartridge based system. But this is completely solid state. Now, we've got two inputs on the front. There's one that says mic and one that says instrument. Again, back in the 70s when these were made, quite often you'd have more than one person would want to use the effect. And things like PA systems and mixers didn't always have an effects loop. So you actually had to manually plug a microphone or a guitar into the same unit. But in this instance, I'm just going to use the instrument input, and it's just going through at the moment into the clean. And you've actually got a choice of output levels as well. So you've got an attenuator. And the idea with having the attenuator in is that if you put a microphone in there for echo, and you want to then plug that into the mic input of your amplifier, if the signal's too hot, then it's going to distort and feed back. So having the attenuator, so this is at normal level, and then that's the first level of attenuation. And then the second level is, really quiet. I think that's, what's that? 40 dB, so that's almost down to mic level. Anyway, we've got four controls on the front. We've got the main volume control, we've got the balance control, we've got the repeat rate, and then we've got the delay speed. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to turn the balance control into the middle, and now we should be getting our first bit of delay. So yeah, that's our single repeat delay. So I'm just going to turn that down a little bit. And so that's the at that end of the spectrum. If we go to the far end, that's kind of almost off. And then we've got like a very fast sort of slap back. So, you could almost use that as like a reverb for vocals if you wanted to have like a sort of, a sort of bathroomy type sound. Now, if we turn up the repeat rate, then obviously we get some repeats. So that almost sounds like a reverb. If we speed it up a little bit more. So yeah, but now if we turn the delay level down, so it actually starts on the slowest and goes to the fastest, whereas normally on a delay pedal you'd expect it the other way around. So this is at 12 o'clock, so this is about the halfway point. Turn the repeat rate down a bit, and then we'll turn it all the way full. And what's really nice about this delay is that you don't get any of that high frequency whistle that you quite often get with some analog delay chips. And I think that, again, that's down to the kind of the filtering of it, because they inherently create a lot of noise. Now, there's only a single chip in this unit rather. So you're not going to get as long a delay as you get in, say, a Memory Man, which has 2 chips in it. But it's still a very usable analog delay. If we turn it all the way up, it will go into oscillation. So yeah, it's a pretty decent sound. Again, if we turn the repeat rate down a bit. Maybe we just turn the delay level down a little, the balance down a little bit, so we get a little bit less as well. So yeah, it's a pretty good usable delay. And the thing with these units are, they're not that well known, and you can pick them up at a decent price. You can find these between maybe 50 and 70 pounds on a good day. And to me, that means, you know, you're not going to get an original analog delay for any less than that. Not a decent one. As I say, it's a very clean delay. There's no noise and interference. So if you're looking for an analog delay, then you could do a lot worse than getting one of these little Evans Echopet EP-50s. And I think they actually did a couple of variants of it as well.
Now, I am going to interject here, which is why my voice sounds different, because I'm using a proper microphone. But when I first got this effects unit, it did have a really iffy looking mains cable, as you can see in this photograph. I replaced the mains cable with a new piece of flex and put a new cable strain relief inside as well. So I made it all perfectly safe, and I also earthed it, as before it didn't have any earthing at all.
And you know, it's a very simple unit. All you've got is your 2 inputs, the controls as I've mentioned, and on the back you can also see there's a foot switch as well for the just to mute it on and off. Although really you probably wouldn't use that unless you're actually using it live. But yeah, great little unit, and hopefully you found this video useful. And if you have, please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.
Bye.